Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Halftime FC. I'm your host Isaiah, and Europa League action today. Yeah, definitely some really good games. Um, Arsenal took on Benfica in Greece, which turned out to be a very exciting game. And then after that, Leicester City took on Slavia Praha. Those are the two games that I tuned into that I thought were going to be interesting. But before we get into those games, we definitely have to talk about the Champions League games the day before. Uh, Real Madrid took on Atalanta in Bergamo, and a game that was interesting. Definitely wasn't without its controversies. Real Madrid getting the red card. Ferland Mendy making a great run forward, getting the red card, which unfortunately, Atalanta had one less player on the pitch because of it. And I picked Real Madrid to win this game. I definitely did, but I didn't see a red card coming. Honestly, a lot of controversy around it. It was Freuler who got the red card in the 17th minute, and you could watch the video for yourself. For me, I thought it was a soft red card. I really did because where Mendy was on the pitch, where he was just outside that 18-yard box. Um, he still had a lot to do in terms of having that clear goal scoring opportunity. He still had to beat the keeper, and where he was positioned, it would have been a lot for him to beat the keeper. But nonetheless, Madrid did get the red card. It's terrible for Atalanta, because before the red card, I wouldn't say they were looking to dominate the game. I wouldn't say that, but they looked good. I mean, Madrid did have were able to, of course, with their really experienced midfield, have possession of the ball and hold it. But Atalanta did look like a threat going forward. They had one chance where the ball could have been headed in, but it was over the top of the player's head. But it would have been more interesting to see. Definitely Atalanta at a full with a full 11, squad of 11 men. Nonetheless, though, Atalanta played some brilliant defense. To throw Madrid off. They went into the half after getting the red card in the 17th. They went into the half 0-0, and that was a victory in itself. They really played some great defense, which they're not a team that's known for their defense. They're a team that's known for their incredible offense. Their free flowing attack, the goals that they put in. So it was really it was really the other side of the game that kept them in the tie. Came back out in the half, came back out in the second half. Everyone expected Madrid to attack, to go forward. Luka Modric had some great opportunities. Toni Kroos had a long range opportunities. There were so many chances for Madrid. They couldn't put away the chances though. Atalanta were really closing up spaces and forcing Madrid out wide and creating problems for them. It was getting into desperation time as to where it would seem like a win if Atalanta were able to go into the second leg with a 0-0 result. Knowing Atalanta, they're a really good road team in the Champions League. They have been in the group stage. But Ferland Mendy with just a moment of quality, a shot outside the box, with his right, curls in, man, beautiful shot, just dumps right into the right side of the net, man. Yeah, 1-0 Real Madrid. Ferland Mendy, man of the match for me, 100% just for that shot alone. I think that Atalanta are still in this tie, 100% because they put up goals and they're a great road team, and they're still in it. There's no doubt about that. But it'll be a very different Madrid side when they go back to Spain, because I believe that Madrid will have their first choice, first team players out there instead of the players that they had out there against Atalanta in Bergamo. But all in all, was it the most exciting game besides the red card and besides the red card and Mendy's wonder goal? It was really just a game of Madrid trying to establish some type of advantage in the tie. They got the away goal. That's important. And all in all, you know, yeah, they could have gotten another goal. I know they wish they would have gotten that second goal, to go with two away goals. But they got one, and when they go back to Spain, they'll have their first team players, and what more can Zidane ask for? But moving on to the next game, we have Manchester City versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. This game was in Germany. Manchester City being the away team. I expected more out of Gladbach. Well, not that I expected more. I didn't expect them to play so panicky and scared. It was so. I just I don't know what the philosophy was, but Gladbach really just couldn't get the ball out of their own half for long periods of time in the game. They were just camped into their half, and at times there weren't even attempts to play through, try to play through, try to play passes. It was as if they were just so scared and panicky. We expect City to control the pace of the game early. We expect them to have possession, but you know I feel like you have to be brave when you play City. You have to be brave. You have to go at them. You have to say, okay, all right, we know who you are, but we're still gonna try to play through. We're still gonna play our style. And honestly, if Gladbach would have had more confidence in the beginning of the game, they would have been able to get at City, because they had moments where they really did get at Manchester City and had them on the back foot. But But yeah, they were giving up the ball so cheaply in their own half. It was embarrassing in that first half. But let's see. Bernardo Silva scored a really good goal from Chao Cancelo, which who was named the man of the match after the match. It's a really good ball from Chao Cancelo from the left side to the far post. Bernardo Silva just getting behind the defense and scoring with a header, which is something he rarely does. He doesn't really score headed goals. I haven't seen Bernardo Silva score a lot of headed goals. But it was a really nice goal. Great pass. It was the pass. 100% is the pass. Chao Cancelo, he takes up this position that it leaves City kind of vulnerable on the side that he's on, but he makes these inverted runs, which is not really a run, but he plays as a midfielder to give them that extra passing option. I believe that's it creates so much strength in the midfield for City. They're able to win the ball back so easily. That's what they were kind of doing to Gladbach. Yeah, of course, all credit to City and Pep Guardiola for his tactics as well. They've been doing this for a while now. It's been a reason why they've been able to knock off 18 straight games and just keep winning. But yeah. But for the goal, the Bernardo Silva goal, it was a ball that was given away extremely cheaply again by Gladbach, and it created an easy opportunity for City. I don't know what else to say. It was. I wish they really played better. It was Kramer who gave up the goal. He tried to clear the ball from his 18-yard box, play a pass through. I don't know if it was a pass. I don't know what it was, but he plays the ball right to Cancelo, and I'm actually getting kind of upset talking about it because whatever. But anyway, we go into the second half. We go into second half 1-0. We're going to halftime 1-0, and Gladbach, when they come back out, they're able to hold on to the ball a little bit more. I believe that they start believing a little bit more. Their manager, who's he probably gave them a really good talk, just to calm down. Just calm down. Yeah, you're playing City, but calm down. It's a game, bro. It's football. You know what I mean? They were playing like, man, if we don't clear this ball, we're gonna die. But just calm down. It's you play football as well. let's see. There was a really good chance in the 60th minute. Zachariah beats out Rodri on the right side, but his pass isn't quality enough to hit player who's making this great run. It was a really good chance. If player was able to get his foot on the ball, they would definitely have had a goal. I mean, Ederson was really good on the day, but he probably would have beat Ederson the way the situation was um was unfolding. Let's see. Zachariah. There was another chance in the 63rd minute. It seemed like anything that was good from Gladbach was coming from Zachariah on that side. Zachariah he fed the ball into player right inside the box from the right side. Player gets a good flick on the ball and it barely misses going into the net. Ederson was definitely nervous. He had to dive for it. So yeah, it was some good chances for Gladbach. But in the 65th minute, Cancelo plays another great ball to Bernardo Silva. He plays a great ball to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva, so composed. He heads the ball. Cancelo plays the ball to the right side of the goal. Cancelo heads the ball back into the center of the box, and Jesus finishes it. I believe with his left. I believe finishes with left to the left side of the goal. Really good goal. Can't take anything away from it. It's a really good goal. The rest of the game kind of just went on. Sergio Aguero made an appearance. He got subbed on in the 80th minute. And not much really going on until I would say about to the end of the game. There was a chance right near the end of the game. I think it was the last play of the game in the 93rd minute, I believe. Hans Wolf, there's a back pass by Rodri, and it's a really bad back pass. It's not even to the keeper. It's to I forget who it was to, but it was to a player out in the field, not to Ederson. But Hans Wolf picks it off. He intercepts the ball, and he has a clear shot at goal. But Ederson was up to it, and Ederson is able to prevent Gladbach from getting a much needed goal. So for Gladbach, I expect them to come out in the next leg a little bit more composed, a little bit more. Okay, we played City already. We know what to expect. Maybe they just didn't know what to expect, because you could tell players what to expect. You could say, okay, they're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, but until you're out there, it's like this. Everybody wants to be a boxer until they get punched. Until you get that punch, you don't know how it feels. So maybe this was that punch for them, and I expect Gladbach to play a little better. I do expect them to play a little better when they go to the reverse fixture. City can be got at. They definitely can, and Gladbach can get at them. Yeah, back to City though. City are playing fantastic football. Their movement, on the pitch. Their passing is very crisp. All their passes seem to make sense. They just don't make passes just to make passes. Yeah, they play really high up the pitch, win the ball back. So all credits to City for the 2-0 win. Definitely. For the next fixture, I'm not gonna make a prediction now. I'm definitely gonna do a show where I make my predictions when the time of the game is coming back around. It's a little bit too early. It's way too early, actually. I got to see where the teams are and things of that nature. So I'm not gonna make predictions right now for those games. But let's move on to Europa League. So there were two games that I was looking forward to watching. The United game, the United versus Sociedad game, I wasn't gonna watch because they were already up 4-0. It was just dusted to me. But I was interested in the Arsenal Benfica match, in which Arsenal and Benfica were going into the match tied on aggregate 1-1, and it was a really, really good game. It's a really good game. In the 21st minute, there was a goal. Aubameyang was slipped in by Saka, and he flicks it over the keeper. He flicks it right over the keeper, scores a goal. It's to the left side of the goal. It was a really, really, really nice goal. It was good to see Aubameyang score, especially after he missed that opportunity in the last game, which was super easy. It was good to see him get this one, And Arsenal were really in control of the game. Benfica were able to get on the ball a little bit, but not. They weren't able to like really put passes together to threaten Arsenal in the first half. Um, but they had a couple chances. Vertonghen had a chance in the 35th minute with a header. It was off target though, but it was a good chance. But I have to say, Gonzalez's free kick in the 42nd minute. What a free kick, man! That was a great goal. I believe it was Danny Ceballos that gave up the free kick, and he had himself a hell of a day, Danny Ceballos, and not in a good way. Ceballos was off today. I got to say that, but he gives away the free kick. Um, and Gonzalez, he just puts a hit on the ball from I believe he hit it with his right. Ball just curves right into that top left corner, man. Top left corner. Leno, he's nowhere near it. Has no chance of saving it. Boom. It's 1-1. Benfica get a goal back, and it looked like Benfica would really, really, really go on. So by after that goal, Benfica really started putting some pressure on Arsenal. And honestly, if there was more time left in the half, I believe that Benfica would have really scored again. But the second half comes, they go into the half 1-1. The second half, both teams come out, and Benfica start the half off in more control. They definitely built off their performance at the end of the first half, 100%. But Aubameyang, excuse me, not Aubameyang. Aubameyang Aubameyang gets a chance in the 50th minute, but it's called offsides. But he if he had stayed offside, it was onside, which it was marginal, very marginal. He definitely would have scored. Let me see. Yeah, but after a while, Benfica they fell back into that position where they weren't able to build out of the back. They were camped into their own half. Maybe the strategy was to drop back, not chase so much, because Arsenal against Benfica can be very deadly on a counterattack. Aubameyang has that pace. Saka, you know what I mean? They can be deadly. But they were camped in their own half for a while. But Darwin Nunez ended up being subbed on Everton. Gabriel PT came off, and there was a this. Speaking of Danny Ceballos, this is why I say Danny Ceballos had a crazy day, because the keeper plays the ball out, a long kick, and Silva gets behind him. He's running behind him, and for some reason Ceballos is in the backfield where David Luiz is supposed to be, and the other Arsenal defenders, but Ceballos ends up the one having to clear the ball or handle the ball that's coming at him from the keeper, the long kick. Ceballos does not handle the ball correctly, and he plays it right into Silva's path, like right into Silva's path. Like, he couldn't be any more luckier. Silva makes a great run, beats the keeper, he beats Leno, and he scores. And Benfica go up 2-1. This was a really bad moment in the 62nd minute for Ceballos. He ended up getting subbed off. Partey made his return to the team, and yeah, at that moment it did look like Benfica would go on and really approach the rest of the game with confidence and and win this. It did look like that. Honestly, they had the advantage. They 100% had the advantage with the away goals, because they scored 2 away goals. Arsenal being the home team in Greece, but Arsenal would come back, and they would hit Benfica. Tierney had a great shot in the 67th minute from the left side of the box, just slamming it into the right side. I think Benfica sat back a little bit too much. I believe they didn't put pressure on Arsenal. Maybe they were, worried about leaving that space in the back. They probably knew they were vulnerable to that kind of thing. Um, but I think Tierney just had way too much space. I mean, like nobody was even in the path of the ball. There were so many players in the box, and nobody was able to, get in the way and block the shot. It was bad defending. It was really bad. There was really bad defending from both teams in the near the end of the game in the second half for about 20 minutes. Very really bad defending. I think that's what kind of made the game exciting. That there was like no defense being played almost at all. David Luiz, Gabriel, they were horrible in the back. And I'm not just trying to be critical, but they were really bad. David Luiz was gifting Benfica so many opportunities. Benfica really could have scored 2 goals off the bad clearances that David Luiz gave up to them in his own half when they were playing the ball out. They legit just punted the ball up the pitch, and David Luiz it was like he was playing for Benfica. I know that's like his old team. Like, maybe he was like, I don't know, but like, yeah, they were really bad in the back. They were giving away the ball, just not being composed, extremely shaky. Uh, Gabriel really struggled to handle Nunez. Nunez is a really big guy. Um, I was impressed with what he was doing out there. He was holding up the ball very well. He brought other players into play. He was battling with Gabriel because Gabriel is not a small guy. He's not a small guy, and he really handled Gabriel as a number 9. He was very aggressive. I was impressed with Nunez. I think Nunez could have a real future. I'd like to see more of Nunez. Maybe somewhere else, because I don't pick up the Portuguese league here. I don't know where to watch it, but let's see. Yeah, but Arsenal survived those mistakes from David Luiz. They survived those mistakes, and you know, Aubameyang, man, Aubameyang, 87th minute. I know Arsenal fans will probably jumping for joy because they're forming the league. I mean, they're where they are in the league, in the Premier League, is, it's not where they want to be, not where they expected to be, considering their late season success last year. They started to play well. Aubameyang's putting away goals. They won the FA Cup. They expected to be, really kicking on this year and challenging for one of those top 4 spots, top 5 spots. One of those spots. But right now they're not in a place in the league where they want to be, and this competition is something that they're really going for. And Aubameyang legit saved saved Arsenal. Saka getting another assist to Aubameyang and Saka, that combination right there. The defender for Benfica just not pressing up on Saka enough, allowing Saka to just play a pass into the far post on the left side, and Aubameyang, sneaking in there, being a poacher, being Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, heading the ball right into the goal, boom, Arsenal's up now, good on away goals, now the aggregate is 4-3. So they're good now. Now the pressure's on Benfica, and Benfica, for a little bit, they were trying to get up the pitch, trying to make things happen, and they actually did get up the pitch and had a great chance. I believe it would have been called offside, though. I do believe it would have been called offside, but the ball was headed, and the header it hits the post, like it hits the post so unforgivingly, bounces out. It wasn't even, it was sad, the way it hit the post. I would have felt cheated. They even a Benfica player had a chance to tap it in, but he puts it over the post. But yeah, I think it probably would have been offsides, even if it would have scored. They would have went to VAR. VAR would have checked it. It probably would have been offsides, but no, it was a great game. It was a great game. Arsenal advanced 4-3 on aggregate. So congratulations to them, because they really did show. They really did show. They Arsenal did show that they had that. They had that stamina, that the guts. that resolve and that resiliency to bring themselves back from the dead, because they were dead in this game for a little bit. It really did look like Benfica would go through, and congrats to Arsenal. They played. You know what I mean? They played themselves into the next round. They played themselves into the next round. They really did. They earned it. It was one earned, 100% earned, for Arsenal. So yeah. Moving on to the Leicester City Slavia Praha game. Uh, Man, Leicester City losing this one. Man, 2-0 to the champions of the Czech Republic. It was this game. This game was boring, man. I'm sorry. I thought this game would have been more exciting. I really did think this game would have been more exciting. I think the problem for Leicester. I was about to say Arsenal. I think the problem for Leicester is the fact that they didn't have James Madison in the midfield. They didn't have Madison in the midfield. They were unable to create. Jamie Vardy was he was he didn't have anybody to play off of. Cheki's under was really positive for them. He was very positive for them, especially early. He had a couple shots on target. But other than that, the team it wasn't balanced. Indeed, he was is in midfield, as he always is, but there were no other really creative players around him that could pull other players out of position. Barnes didn't start this game. He ended up being subbed in, but yeah, not a lot of action in the first half. It went 0-0 in the first half. This game was really boring. I thought this game would have been better, man. Definitely thought this game would have been way better. But yeah, Praha get on the counterattack through some fast build-up play. A cross is played in from the left side in the second half in the 49th minute, and Pravad he puts the goal away with a sweet volley to the far post. To the near post. It was really nice, man. If you go check out the highlights, it was really good goal, very skilled goal. I was surprised. I was very surprised that he was able to put that away. And then in the 79th minute, Abdallah Sima puts a goal away from almost inside the 18-yard box. He's just outside it. He hits the ball with his right, and it sneaks into that right side, that sweet spot. Schmeichel's not able to get to it. Leicester City, sorry, staying home. I mean, good thing they were at the King Power Stadium, right? So they didn't have to, travel all the way back to England. But historic day, Slavia Praha, I believe it was their first ever win on English soil. So congrats to them. And Brendan Rodgers, his record in the Europa League stands. I don't think he's ever been out of the round of 32 with Liverpool or the Celtic. I don't think he's ever been out the round of 32. So his his Europa League, curse is still, still out there. Hopefully he could get over that hump one day. But today was not the day. Slavia Praha, today was their day. Congratulations to you guys. And yeah, they advance. Some other results in the Europa League, because it is such a big tournament, so many teams. Let's see. Man United and Sociedad tie. United advance off their 4 away goals. Let's see. Leverkusen lose to Young Boys. Roma advance. Rangers advance. Let's see. Molde advance. They beat Hoffenheim. Villarreal advance. They beat Salzburg. Napoli got knocked out by Granada, which is very frustrating for Napoli. They're a good side. Shakhtar Donetsk advance. Tottenham advance 4-0 to Wolfsburg. They beat Wolfsburg 8-1 on aggregate. Tottenham looks strong in this tournament, man. They look strong in this tournament. Ajax advance, beating Lille 2-1. So now Lille could concentrate on trying to win Ligue 1. I think PSG will win Ligue 1 though. I know they're not too good in the standings right now, but I think PSG will win it. They'll come alive. But yeah, some Dinamo Zagreb, they advance, and I believe Milan advances as well, AC Milan. But yeah, um, that's all I have today. If you like what I'm putting out, definitely like and subscribe, man. I'm liking the channel. I like doing this. I love talking about football. You know, let me know what you guys thought about the games today. What games do we have this weekend in the Premier League? Let's see what we have this weekend. Should have some good ones. Okay, we have Manchester City taking on West Ham. That should be good. West Ham are playing some really good football. Of course, we know Manchester City top of the league. Uh, this game right here, is gonna be one of those. Um, I'm not gonna predict the winner now. Maybe I'll put out a video Friday, or tomorrow maybe, where I'll predict some winners. Um, if we have West Brom versus Brighton, that's a game West Brom have to win, and Brighton, they'll be going for the win as well after losing that heartbreaker. They didn't even lose to Crystal Palace; they lost to Benteke. But Leeds take on Aston Villa. Should be a really good game. Leeds coming off that win against Southampton. Let's see. Newcastle versus Wolves. See, that should be good. Newcastle a must win. Uh, Crystal Palace versus Fulham. Fulham. This is going to be a London derby. This is going to be very interesting. We have some good games. Leicester versus Arsenal. That should be a very interesting game. Let's see if Leicester City could get back. Let's see if Madison is going to play. I want to see Madison play. I think Jack Grealish. Is Jack Grealish available for Leeds United game? Let's see. Okay. Oh, we don't. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be back. It's Friday. I'll put out a video tomorrow. We'll talk about that. But yeah, Leicester versus Arsenal. That's gonna be really good at the King Power. Tottenham versus Burnley. Okay, that's. I mean, there's no reason why Tottenham shouldn't win that game. If they sit back versus Burnley and defend, you know, Mourinho, don't do that. Chelsea versus United. Oh man. Oh, that's gonna be. Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. Um, Sheffield United versus Liverpool. And then we have Everton versus Southampton. So I'll definitely do a video. I'll definitely do a video tomorrow, putting out my predictions for each game, and why I think each game will go a certain way. And yeah, look out for that one. And yeah, thanks for rocking with me. You know, um, this is fun. I love doing this. And like and subscribe. And yeah, peace everybody. Enjoy the weekend.